Hello, everybody. Daniel Johnson from the Venza Dutch office here to welcome you to another reaction video. Thanks for being here. As always, my buddy from the Roswell office, Sean Shields. Say hello to the folks, Sean. There he is. He's giving you the kind of jazz hands sort of thing, which is fun. Today, we've got a veteran as well as a newcomer to the reaction video segment. So we will see how they do. Let's start with our veteran. Iris, do you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, I'd love to. Hello, everyone. I'm Iris Steinmetz. And the last time I was on the show, I was still working for different companies. So now I am Senior Director of Operations for HRS, Hospitality and Retail Systems. And I'm responsible for EMEA. And we are the largest Oracle partner, so we're distributing all of their products, but we have as well our own product range. Company's been around for 30 years, and customer service is the biggest, and that is what my team is doing, putting the customer first.
Yeah, good. I see in your background, 30 years of customer service. Awesome. All right. Karen, tell us about yourself, the newcomer, the newbie, the rookie.
The rookie, I like that. Hi, my name's Karen O'Neill. Thank you so much for having me. I am from Knowcross, and we are a service optimization platform. I'm the president of Americas for Knowcross. I've been in the industry, even though I'm a rookie here, I've been in the industry for over 20 years and have been working with Knowcross for the last 4, really on developing the Americas region out. Knowcross is a service optimization platform, bunch of different great, very powerful modules that work together, including housekeeping and guest ticketing for issues, preventative maintenance. So we're in 42 countries around the world, lots of great offices in London, Europe, Singapore, and our corporate office in New Delhi. And I am in not balmy Washington, D.C. It's pretty cool here today. The weather is, they're predicting snow even potentially. Yeah. So
oh my goodness.
Crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. Well, spring has sprung here in the Netherlands, and so yeah, we're all abuzz because it was rather dreary a moment ago. So hopefully you'll get some spring weather, and the trees will be in bloom there in beautiful DC. Well, the way this works, Sean's going to share his screen, and we're going to throw an article up there, and then have a brief chat about it. Sean, do your worst. Awesome. All right. So we often pull from our friends, articles from our friends at Skift. Great source for great information. Obviously, anybody in the industry knows that. This article is pretty new. 5 days ago, it was put up there. Hotels scored profits with massive pandemic cost cuts, but at what price? I really recommend anybody reading this. Fascinating at the look at what the costs are. I wondered if you would, Sean, just go a little bit farther down, just scroll a little bit farther, go, and then right there you'll see where it says the late Marriott CEO Arne Sorensen reference even question at the beginning of the pandemic. I think this is I wanted to focus on this. Do you think, this is my question, do you agree with the assessment that that these aggressive cost-cutting measures will make the recovery more difficult? What do you think? Iris, I'm going to put you on because you're the veteran. We're going to take it easy on Karen. Put you on the hot seat.
The veteran as in I've been here before, but I think other than that, Karen and I we're around the same time in the hospitality industries.
What do you think? Do you think the cost cutting measures are gonna not damage but delay the recovery? What do you think?
I think right now, from the angle that I'm seeing it's quite interesting because on one hand we're representing software company, but on the other hand we're extremely close to a lot of different brands, individual hotels, all sizes. And what I see there is quite a different picture depending on how large or small you are. but very much the same across all countries. And I think right now, if we look at Europe, for sure, there's a third wave ongoing. Yeah. I'm talking every Friday to my team in every country, and I'm hearing from everywhere the same. So I think that for everyone at the time to take a decision on how much cost to cut, yeah. Like not knowing how long we would be in on this was like a very difficult decision to make. And I think that some people decided at the time, even Marriott themselves, to go on heavy furlough. Have a lot of people stay at home, work shorter hours, whatever it was, or even have to let people go with the thought that maybe we wouldn't be in for so long, and after like a few months we could, rehire, we could get back out there. And I think now that it takes longer than many people thought at the time, we see even more companies having to let go of people. And yes, I think although there is an amazing amount of talent out there, hotels have cut whatever they could in costs, be it like any interfaces they didn't use like so regularly, be it that they had to, leave software they really liked and go to a cheaper option, or, So I think to go back on that, and as well from an industry, from an innovation perspective in the software sector, to get back to where we were will be hard. On the other hand, I think we had the great opportunity, and many have used this, to use this vacuum for innovation, to actually say like, okay, what's in there for us? Like, what opportunity does it give us right now? And I've seen like some brilliant ideas from hotels and software providers on, hey, what do we do? Plus, I see a lot of we're in this together. And from there, I think if we can keep that spirit, then it will make coming out of this a lot easier.
Maybe the cost-cutting measures, if we were going back to what it was, would have delayed it. But we're going to go towards something that's new. So maybe not. Yeah, interesting.
Plus, some people are revisiting. They would have maybe never looked at certain angles, and now they had to. They were forced to. And I think many will have noticed that some dear habits are actually, some software which was just there out of habit, or some processes which were there out of habit can be done differently. And that, so, might as well be an opportunity to spend money elsewhere, or to bring in new processes, or to look at different ways of doing it.
Yeah, necessity is the mother of invention, or the mother of innovation, perhaps. What do you think there, Karen?
Yeah, thank you. I think Iris has a lot of really solid points in her, and she took the words right out of my mouth.
It's the benefit of going first, maybe.
The benefit, yeah. So, but I'll pick up on one point that she mentioned that maybe I can expand on my perspective around it, which is the technology piece of it. I think to the question of the recovery period and getting back, I think that with the reduction in workforce, if the industry supports that reduction in workforce also with technology, and invests in all these great systems that Iris is mentioning and that are out there now and that are bubbling up, right? They're brewing and they're bubbling up, and they're trying to make life easier for everybody, and taking really the spirit of the fact that everybody's trying to do more with less, or at least previous with less. I think that if that continues, if this spirit continues where we're investing in technology and technology is becoming a big, crucial part of the recovery, I think that we're going to be okay in terms of the reduction in workforce. I do think that, the flip side, the other piece of it that I think is kind of interesting is, for Knowcross and for a lot of other technology vendors in the landscape, right, we had to also make very similar decisions. So not only are you dealing with a reduction in force on the customer side, but you're also, in some cases, dealing with that on the vendor side, and having to think through creativity in the ways that our value proposition is presenting ourselves, and ways to continue to get ourselves out there and continue to position ourselves to get back on track also with the recovery in general of the hospitality industry. So I think of course, everybody is so concerned that we're in the position that we're in and the length of time that we've been in it, right? But I think that as long as we can really harness the power of technology and all this emerging innovation that's coming out, and supplement the reduction and keep the creativity flowing in terms of how we're positioning the product sets to help that issue, really. I think that we're going to be on track for some recovery and some solid pathway to recovery.
I love the positive thinking. Yeah.
But I think we should not forget that we are a people industry. And I think it took a lot of toll as well on various aspects, family life, mental health, and so on and so forth. So I think like not only what we have in private life, we have as well this responsibility for the well-being of our people, right? And I think there we will see a certain cost as well to get them back on track. And many have been impacted because they lost people in their vicinity, or they're like super stressed because they had the homeschooling of kids plus whatever. And then, you know, the time that it took, like people being in home office where possible and whatnot. So I think we have as well a human toll to pay in all of this. And that is a cost we should not forget as well, which recovering we will need to pay a lot of attention to. On the good side of this is that I think, at least I can say that for my team, but I've seen it as well elsewhere, the loyalty you could see on some of them of sticking this through with you and saying like, I am accepting a pay cut, I am doing this and that, amazing, right? So I think that's like...
and I think that extends also to the customers. I mean, I feel tremendously lucky that, you know, there have been so many customers who are in predicaments like Iris described, where they are having to make the hard decisions of, can I afford to keep this technology in place? And can I afford, and I need to ask for some lenience in, you know, in how I'm paying for it or the amount I'm paying. But the overarching principle of, we're in this together and we want to remain with you, I think is really inspiring. And it comes back to, again, one of Iris's points about being the hospitality industry. This is what it's about, right? This is what we're about. This is what the people who are in the hospitality industry about, and this is what, generally speaking, the industry is about. And I think that is very remarkable. Is there a toll? 100%. But I find that the communities that have been created because of the pandemic and that have surfaced because of the pandemic, and kind of the positions that have also opened for some companies. I mean, a lot of people that they've kind of, in some cases, they've maybe found a new type of position outside of hotel operations, and maybe they've moved on to technology. Maybe they've moved into a different brand. And I think that's the other kind of exciting spirit. That's, you know, there's so much talent out there, and there's so many companies that are hungry to get back on track too. I feel like that is a natural kind of great synergy that's there.
Okay, I got to break in. That is addressed in Daniel's recent article that you can find on LinkedIn, entitled "Why the Hospitality Skills Gap Has Become a Skills Chasm." So check that out on our LinkedIn. The people, the loss of knowledge, you know, is huge, and that's going to be a cost.
But we know a lot about disinfection these days, on the other hand.
That's right. You don't have to worry about spring cleaning. We've been doing it for a year, right? Thank you both. Thank you everyone for tuning in to this this latest reaction video. We will see you next time.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.